You've probably seen some of these posts. This guy's like, I hate to be that guy, but we have this large CME gap that opened up over the weekend between 117 and 119K. Ideally, we close soon, right? The same thing here. Dump just before the weekend. So when recovery happens over the weekend, we can dump again on Monday to fill the CME gap. I remember, when I saw this originally, I was like, I don't know what a CME gap is, but one day when I have the time, I'll look it up and I'll figure it out. Thinking of some complicated thing. It's really not. It's really not complicated at all, actually. So the CME, or the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, trades Sunday from 5 p.m. Central Time to Friday, 4 p.m. Central Time for many of their products. So over the course of the weekend, it's closed. Well, as we know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto trades 24/7. So literally all the CME gap is any price movement that happened over the course of the weekend from the time the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, closed on Friday till it opens up on Sunday night. So you get these gaps in the chart. And I'll give you an example here of one that took place. Here you go. So you see this gap here where it's disconnected. Well, if you look at the time on here, Friday at market close is where this wick closed. And then over the course of the weekend, we had a sell-off, right? And then here you are, Sunday when it reopens. So that's all that is a gap. Okay, over the course of the weekend when that Chicago Mercantile Exchange is closed while crypto is still trading. Now I wondered, it tends to close. You tend to retrace and close that gap. It's like, I wonder why that is. So I thought, no, let's ask XAI. So it said, why these gaps almost always get filled or closed. It says it's not a real gap in the underlying 24-hour market. The future contract itself traded every tick of the move. The gap only exists on the chart. Okay, so it doesn't actually exist in reality. It's just in the chart it's shown there. Says that professional traders, algos, and market makers know that gap is artificial, but as soon as the risk reward is favorable, they tend to trade it. Okay, so it's almost this self-fulfilling prophecy because they know it's there. They know other people are going to see it, so they trade with the assumption that it's going to close because it tends to close. I know it's crazy. So statistically, 79 to 90% of CME gaps on S&P 500 futures fill within a few days, especially gaps under 1 to 1.5%. So there's a high likelihood these things get filled almost immediately, certainly within a few weeks.